Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. How is it going? Our angel light is on. We are all ready to go. So I have just one quick thing to tell you guys, but I think it's important, so I need to tell you. I got a message from a guy named Michael, who I talk to often through email. I do readings for him. And he was saying, isn't there something we can do? Because of everything going on, can't we do a group prayer, or can't we do something? So I have to tell you this story because this is what I want to do. And I want to just ask you guys what you think. And I also want to get your opinion as well. So the other couple nights ago, I was exercising. I mean, I do like I exercise very little. You can ask Gavin about that. But I was exercising a little bit, and I was jumping on my trampoline that's right here, just a little bit. And then when I was done, a song came on that I love, and it was I hadn't heard it in 100 years, and it was that song hold on tight to your dreams, that song. I think it's ELO that does that. But anyway, it came on, and I was all dancing around, and almost kind of spontaneously, and this was not last night, but the night before, I threw up my arms, and I started to say, I wish the people, I wish the people in Ukraine love. I wish them light. I wish them joy. And I just kind of like, because the feeling I was having and the joy I was feeling from this song, I was like I was trying to transfer it to them. And I just started saying all these things like, I wish them love. I wish them joy. I wish them happiness. I wish them peace. It wasn't like I was being taken over, but I knew I was doing it, but it was just kind of spontaneous. A spontaneous thing to do, because I was thinking it was making me so happy, and I just wanted everyone to be happy like that. And so I thought of Ukraine, and I just started to say that. Anyway, skip forward to the next night. I'm going through, I always look at the orb stuff, when I'm, just to see what happens when I'm up here. And, invariably there's always like an orb that shoots by or whatever. And when I exercise, there's usually maybe a couple, 2 or 3 that are just kind of around. When I threw up my arms, it was like a blizzard. It was like nothing I've ever seen. And it reminded me a lot of that experience with the apology. If you don't know about that, you can go back and look at it. But with the apology video that I did, and I had that explosion of orbs when I did that apology, it was the same kind of thing that happened, but because I didn't know it had happened like till the next day, but I got done doing that, and I went and sat down, and it just continued and continued and continued. And I was just sitting here right afterwards. So, it got me thinking, and today I asked my guides, what was that? What happened? If you can try to get it through this, the brain, unscientific brain, what happened? What was that about? What did I do, or what happened? And the visual they gave me was thousands and thousands of helium balloons going up to the sun. And the sun, I always equate it with source or God. I always, the ultimate, the all. That's what I always think of as the sun. And then the balloons, I always equate with, celebration, either like a celebration of life, or, a birthday celebration, or happy, something joyful. And there were just thousands of them just shot up to the sun. And so they're telling me, like, that's what that was. That's what happened. And that's what happens when you do that, I guess. So I know there's some kind of science-y thing behind it. I know that it's actually just like with that, it's moving energy. And then when I thought about it further, I thought about Native Americans and the dancing and the drumming and the rain dancing and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm like, there is there is something to this. It actually does something. It's not like it's just, it makes you feel good or it's really fun. It does something, moves energy in a way that's very powerful. And so I thought, in keeping with what Michael was talking about, that I'll put it on the community page. Let me think about it, because it probably will either be tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to pick a time. I'll pick a couple of times, because I know that times are different for different people. And at that time, put on a happy song, your favorite song, the best song, a song you love, something that's positive, fun, happy. Dance if you want to. You don't have to. If you think it's weird or you're uncomfortable, just sit in your chair and just wave your arms. But do that. Send out love, joy, peace, happiness, goodness to Ukraine. Let's do that. Okay. So let's do it. I will pick a couple of times. We'll do it tomorrow. Maybe we'll do one on Friday, one on Saturday. I don't know. I'll put it on the community page though. So just look out for it. And whatever time I put, just figure out what time that is where you are. If it's 5 o'clock here, it'll be, 8 o'clock there. And it doesn't matter if you do it, whatever. But that's the idea. Okay. So let's try it. Let's see. Let's just do it as an experiment and see what happens. Okay. And so anyway, so that's what I want to start with. And that and I know Michael wanted to, he was frantically trying to, to get us to do something, because that's what you want to do, right? When stuff like this is going on, you want to do something. The other thing I'll tell you is that this morning, loud as can be, and I told my husband this it was probably about noon today, I heard Kiev really loud in my ear. So I knew something was going to happen and I heard that pronunciation too, Kiev, not Kiev. It was Kiev, the Russian thing. Thank you, Just Jean. Thank you. So yes, positive energy dance party. There you go. All right. So, and if it weren't so embarrassing, I put it up so you can see it. If I can get Adam to be able to cut me out and just show you what happens, I'll do it. But if not, you just have to take my word for it, because I am too embarrassed to show that. Okay. So yes, Shiny Happy People, REM. Yes, there's a million songs that are just perfect for that. So anyway, okay. So what is our first question, everybody? And I'll name check at the end. If you don't know this is what I do, that's what I do. Okay. 2 days ago, Russia postponed Cuba's debt payments worth 2.3 billion. What's behind this? 2 days ago, Russia postponed Cuba's debt payment. I just heard weapons, and I also heard missiles. So I don't know what that would have to do with that. I don't know. I don't even know the proximity to where they and I just saw them signing something. There's something being signed as well. So there's something about hidden. They want to hide something. There's hiding something. Okay. So I'll just kind of sum up what I'm getting. Something about weapons, something about missiles, something about signing something being signed, and something being hidden for them, hidden for Russia. Something's being hidden. Okay, that's what I got. And you guys always know the details behind stuff, because I'm just that's what I got. So that's what's behind it. I don't know what to tell you about that. Gosh. Okay. Will freezing Russian assets reveal secret payments to Trump and his cronies? Okay, what I'm getting is they already know. Our intelligence already knows who's getting payments. And there's one of the banks is a problem for them. One of the banks is one of the banks, they said, like, you can't do, you have to stop doing business or you have to stop whatever. One of those banks is a problem for people in some of the right wing, I would say, some of the right wing. I don't know if it's specifically for Trump, but it's like some people are very upset about that. But I feel like our our intelligence already knows. Like they know who is getting what. They already know. It's not a secret. We don't know. They know, and that may be why they targeted that particular bank. I feel like it's one syllable. I'm sorry, I'm not good with. I don't. If you watch me for a long time, I don't get names or and stuff like that very often, or I just don't trust myself when I do one of the two. But it seems like it's one syllable. It's like a one syllable bank. I want to say like salt, but I don't think that's right. So, but it's like one syllable. I don't know. It's not Deutsche. It's not VBE. No, it's like one. It feels like it's one spur. Is that a real thing? Is that real? That spur? Is that right, Adam? Is that one that was affected? Oh, he doesn't know either. If that's it, that would be very, very close to what I'm getting. It's something like that because it feels like S something, and it's like one or Swift, exactly something like that because it's one syllable and it feels like there's an S there. Swift banking system. I bet that's it. I bet that's it. No, not sure. Bank. I feel it that it's yeah. I think that's it. Thank you, Susan. And thank you, Cheryl. And thank you, Carol. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if I missed anybody else. And there's something else I want to tell you guys that it's a definite. This is only for entertainment purposes only, because it's about Putin. And I did tell my husband this. Should I say what I said today, Adam, about what I said about Putin today? Yeah, he's saying, yeah, I should. I think he may be ill. I think he may be, well, I think he may be like terminally ill. I don't know if anyone else has said that for entertainment purposes only. I feel like he might be terminally ill. And I think that's partly what this may be about. It's just a feeling that I'm getting. So anyway, that's what I want to tell you guys. Okay. All right. So we can go on to the next question. Because, yeah, I feel like they already know. I don't think we are going to find that out, at least not yet. Well, see, that's the thing. So PJB is asking about, so he has the death wish. I think it has to do more about his legacy. Like he wants to bring back the USSR like he always wanted to. I think he has these really weird ideas. But I also, do you guys remember a couple of months ago when they kept showing me Hitler and they kept like comparing him to Hitler? And I kept thinking, why are they doing that? Is it because, and I kept thinking it was because he would get rid of Russia before anyone could take it. He would start bombing his own country if he had to. Or I said it could be the bunker situation. It could be that as well. It could be kind of a bad ending, that kind of thing. But yeah, I agree. He looks really strange right now. If you've seen him, look into his eyes. There's something very different about him. So yeah, I don't know if any other I don't really watch anybody else except for the people I talk to on. So I don't know if other readers have said that he said that, but I think that may be why he's acting so almost un-Putin like. And I've been saying for a while, like his energy feels different. It does not feel like him at all. Thank you, Linda. So anyway, okay. So we can go to the next question, Adam. Thank you, Lily Rose. Gosh, you guys are.
I just wanted to point out Heather said that I don't know if this is like an official report or this is people surmising it, that he has Parkinson's and that they also often get other, conditions
Oh, okay.
neurological issues. But it sounded so weird the other day when he was giving that presentation.
I know.
I've never seen Putin seem quite so anxious or just
and his energy's been. I've been saying that right for a couple of months. I've been saying his energy does not feel like his energy. Usually he feels so precise and kind of calculated, kind of emotionless, and he feels erratic and weird and like anxious, nervous, all of the things that he usually doesn't feel. So it's been very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. Thanks, Adam. Thank you. Okay, Russia took control of Chernobyl today. Is there any danger it was damaged in the fight? What do the Russians want with it? Chernobyl. So I'm hearing leveraging. It's also they're showing it like a psychological thing, like it's some kind of psychological like it's some kind of psychological thing. Because psych ops, isn't that like psychological like operations or something? Psych ops is what I'm hearing. So that, and they're talking about leveraging as well. So it's something to do with that. I don't think it actually has like we're going to fill it with whatever, we're going to live there. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's leveraging, use it as psyops. That's it. Yeah, that's exactly right. So psychological whatever, but it's something about trying to psych them out or use it in a psychological way for some reason. I don't know. Maybe they just think, if they have it, they'll do something. I don't know. Yeah, intimidation, that kind of thing. Exactly. I don't think they plan to like actually do anything with it. It just feels like, that's what it feels like. And I heard I heard psych ops, but I guess psyops, whatever. So that's it. Just leveraging, being a big jerkules, which is what he does best, being a big jerk about things and being scary. Yeah, it's a threat. Yeah. Psyops is remote viewing. Because I'm hearing psych ops. So what is psych ops?
You're right, Kim. It's psychological operations. It makes sense, right? That has to be just, having Chernobyl happen when it happened in Ukraine in 1986 had to be like a huge thing for like the Ukrainian people, and the idea that they could basically explode it and put them back
right
radiation and got sick. It's like it's like taking it hostage. So that would make sense. The remote viewing thing was a thing that the CIA and Russia did.
Oh, okay, got it.
They could remote view like out of body.
Got it. Got it. Yeah,
And
this is psych ops, so it must be just just trying to scare them. Yes, I think Jercules is a great phrase as well. I use it often, as Adam will tell you. It means yes. A big jerk who thinks he's Hercules, but he's not. He's Jercules. Okay. Expletive Ucker Carlson appears to be going full Hanoi Hannah. Is he a Russian tool or just a regular tool? Well, we know he's a regular tool for sure. That's not a mystery at all. Okay, let me see. What is his deal? I think I saw this before. I don't know if I saw it with Tucker Carlson, but I know I've seen this before. I'm seeing that scene again with that famous table scene with Putin there, and who else was there? What's the guy that the military guy? I can't think of his name right now. Flynn was there, and that woman that ran for president was there, and all of those people were at that table and they were doing speeches. I'm seeing that. So I feel like there's a promise of a job on Russian TV. There's a promise of like exposure in Russia of some kind, being paid to talk. There's some kind of promise of something like that. I also just saw him in an airplane though too. So I feel like they might be wining and dining him, or like showing him the lifestyle, and maybe even doing what they did to Trump, kind of getting material on him to use against him. But I feel like they're definitely, I mean, he's a useful idiot for sure, but he could be more just thinking, I want to live, like the more I see of this lifestyle, the more I want to have it too. A lot like Trump, actually. But that's what I keep seeing is about that. Oh wait, I heard Murdoch met with McConnell today. What was that about? Oh, okay, well we'll get to that. But I keep seeing that table scene, and I've seen that before, and I think it was Tucker Carlson. I saw that with like I literally saw that scene with him before. I think it was Tucker Carlson. Maybe it was somebody else, but I just saw that again. So yeah, and I think Tulsi Gabbard, I'm not saying anything about Tulsi Gabbard that's going to bring out the trolls. I'm not going to say anything about her. But I think there are several people that I'm sure they've got, maybe, like you said, compromise. But I do think it is kind of the promise of things. And so and so did this for the Russians, and he got this. And just loose morals. Loose like convictions. They don't care about anything. They don't care. They clearly don't care about human life. They're I hate to say it, but they're hurting and killing their own viewers by saying don't get vaccinated. So what? They don't care. It's not like they have all these convictions and they care about human life. They don't. So when you live like that and you live in that world, you just do whatever. You go whatever way the wind blows. And right now they think it's blowing that way. But I do want to say, I think it's a horrible, horrible mistake. And I think this is going to have this whole thing. Like I said before, if Putin goes into Ukraine, he is done. He's done. That's it. This is the beginning of the end. He is done. I don't know how long it will take, but he is done. So that's my prediction. And we saw that a long time ago. That was, I think it was last, like during the summer or something. Yes. Jill Stein. Sorry. Thanks. That's who I was trying to think of. Yeah. Anyway. And Bernie was there too. I mean, I don't think that's really at the time. I don't think that's what everybody was. I think they were just there to whatever speak, but it became, that famous photo where it's like, oh, this is kind of weird and stuff. And Flynn took it and ran with it. So, do the average Trump lovers really like Putin? Are they confused? What is behind their strange allegiances? Okay. I I love my guides, and let me tell you why. Because they gave me they gave me okay, so they gave me an episode of the Brady Bunch that I know exactly what they're trying to say. So it's perfect. I love my guides. So what they showed me. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. They showed me the episode, and maybe you'll remember this episode. It's a later episode though, so you may not remember it. But do you remember the episode when Bobby gets obsessed with Jesse James? Do you guys remember that episode? So that episode, he becomes obsessed with Jesse James, and it runs around the house being like, "Oh, I'm Jesse James," and everything. And the parents are, parents today would be like, who cares? But at the time they were appalled and upset because he was he was a killer and he was this and that. Anyway, at the end, they find this old man, and he was probably in his 90s. And the guy comes in, everyone knows the one, pork chops and applesauce. Not that one, it's a different one. This old man comes in and says, I knew Jesse James. And Bobby's like, you knew Jesse James? Oh my gosh, he's my favorite. And he said, he killed my father. And he's like, huh? And he said, he was a horrible man. And he would, he killed my father for nothing. He just killed him because, whatever. He had these, like, a few horrible stories about. And then that night, Bobby has this dream that Jesse James takes his family hostage and kills them all. It's actually a horrible episode. And then he wakes up and throws away his guns, and he's like, I hate Jesse James now, whatever. And I can't remember exactly how it ends, but that's the gist of it. So perfect, right? They don't understand him. They think he's one thing. He's not that thing. So they admire him for being this one thing. They're completely confused. And they believe the myth. They believe the myth about him, and they're kind of projecting what they want him to be, and what they think he should be, and what kind of what he is. He is he is the dictator, so he does have the last say, and he is the person who's in charge. But they have him all wrong. He's a murderer. He's a thug. He kills his enemies, and if they knew him, they wouldn't be friends with him. He'd kill them too. You know what I'm saying? So isn't that don't you love my guides? Aren't they perfect? So it was a walking down memory lane. Plus, we got to learn why. Why they look at him the way they do. They are confused. They're confused, and I think they're projecting. Like wanting to be a strong leader and all of these things, and they have it all wrong. They have it all wrong. So anyway, it was cool, right? I know, I agree, Rhonda Rue. That was awesome. And that's how they work. And that's why they're like, oh, she has so much TV here. Just use a TV clip. Okay. Okay, well, Zelensky in Ukraine remains safe. Okay. If you did or didn't see my video that I did just a little bit ago, it's only a few minutes long, but I did tell you in that video that I saw him being offered money and like a safe exit, and he refused. So he is going to stay with his country and fight. whatever, whatever mistakes or whatever, if you like him or don't like him, whatever, he definitely did a brave thing. He did a brave thing. He does love his country, for sure. Because I did see that. I did see him offered money and an exit, and he said no. So okay, so let me just tell you a few things. That may give us some hope here, because I heard a few things that I think are good, actually. One is I heard okay, well, I'm hearing and seeing things. So let me just tell you, what I think is happening is that our intelligence is sharing intelligence with him and his people, so he knows where to go and where not to go, if that makes sense. He's being told, like, don't go here, don't go here. I feel like they're helping to protect him, and they're ahead of it's like they're one step ahead of Putin. They're one step ahead. So they're being very helpful that way, and they're keeping him safe. The other thing I feel like is that it's weird. I want to say his family's gone. Like, his family's already out. For entertainment purposes only, I don't want to give away anything, but I don't feel like, let me just say this. I don't feel like he and his family are together in one place. I feel like, and yet I feel like they're both safe. Right now, I feel like they're both safe. But I feel like his family is like, they're safe. They're safe. Him, I feel like he's surrounded, but he's also getting like information, one step ahead. And I keep hearing the eyes of the world. So I almost feel like it's kind of like the guy whose name again escapes me. It's hard to think and like listen and do all this at the same time. That's why a lot of times I'm like, I can't remember that guy's name. The one sitting in prison right now. What's his name? The guy, the enemy of Putin that's sitting in prison right now. But it reminds me of that, because I feel like, because the eyes of the world are on him, it would be very, very bad if something happened. Navalny, thank you. It would be extremely, extremely, already everybody's mad at Putin, right? The whole world is angry at him right now, but it would be so bad and look so bad if something happened to him at this point, because the world is watching. And also our intelligence has told the world this is his plan, is to get rid of this guy. So it's almost like, now if he does it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It would just be really, really bad. So that's what I'm getting. So it just seems like our intelligence is really involved with him and his people. And it's like they are one step ahead, and they're keeping him safe. And I think he has a really good chance to make it out safe. To me, it feels like such a priority. It's symbolic too. It's a symbolic thing too, for him to survive and be there. So I feel like it's really a high priority. And of course, you don't know everything that's going to, but right now I feel like they are really, really doing their very, very best to keep him safe. And yeah, prayers to him and his family. But I feel like they are really, really trying. And I feel like they are, again, the world is watching, right? The world is watching this. So I think that puts pressure on Putin, to at least back off for now. Okay, I hope that answered that question. Will Putin be successful in installing a Russian puppet in place of Zelensky, who will be president in a year? Yeah, entertainment for entertainment purposes only, blah blah blah. I feel like I'm saying a lot tonight, so hopefully we all know that this is for entertainment purposes only, and that's it. Okay. This is so weird. I just feel like I feel like Putin has this plan over here, and it ends up being this plan over here. It's like his plan is completely off. It does not go his way. It does not go the way he thinks it's going to go at all. I just feel like so let me just say, empaths, I'm talking to myself as well, be really careful about the stuff that is going to be coming across like feeds and on TV. And I feel like there are going to be some, I just feel like the people in Ukraine are going to fight. They are ready to fight. They really, really are. So I feel like if he intends to do that, to put a puppet in place, to do that, it's going to be such a fight. I can't explain what I'm seeing, and I know that my guys are not like showing me what's going to be happening, but I just feel like the resolve of these people is like, you are not going to do this to us. So and there's something going on underground. There is something going on underground. There's something going on underground in Russia, and there's something going on underground in the Ukraine. So that's what I'm gonna leave it there, because I'm not exactly sure, but I'm just, what I'll say is that they're preparing for a fight. There's something underground. There's something underground, and I feel like it's to fight. It feels like it's so weird because it feels like it's almost impossible. It feels like the movie, what's the movie, Adam? 300? Is that the movie where it's like just a few people that hold off? That's what it feels like. It feels like it's almost impossible, and yet they do it. So was that right, Adam? 300?
Yeah, Thermopylae.
Yeah, okay. It just feels like it's almost impossible, and yet they do it. So yeah, maybe it is like an underground resistance force. It could be like that, but it is, I'm seeing there's something going on underground here and in Russia. Both. It's like both are so it's very like, and the reason I'm kind of like it's like I can't catch my breath. It feels like I don't want to say good, but it feels like oh my God, I can't believe this. So there's something is going to happen. But so who will be president in a year? I don't think it's going to be someone with Putin. I don't think it's going to be anybody that's with Putin. Zelensky, maybe they'll have another election and he won't be elected. But I feel like they're gonna fight. So, um, you know, um, things can happen and stuff. But we've talked before about how, free will is a spiritual principle. Free will is a spiritual principle. So whenever there is something that is like a democracy trying to flourish, they can't, it doesn't always happen the way we want it to happen. Today was a scary day and a sad day for democracy, but that push from spirit is always there. It always is. It just is, because it's a spiritual principle. We are, if you've heard, when you've heard Christian talk, when I've had him on, our natural state is freedom, joy, and love. That's our natural state. So it always goes back to that. Always. Okay, Adam, will Ukraine ever become part of NATO? I have to just say what I heard. Yes, in 2024. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Yes, in 2024. What is it now? 2022? 2 years? Don't tell Putin. He won't like it. It's a secret from Putin. He won't like it. That's what I heard. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But that's what I heard. Clear as a bell. So Russia has already attacked Ukraine with cyber. Will the U.S. or has the U.S. been counterattacking on Russia? They know exactly what they're doing. It's like, it's so weird. It's like, I want to say they've got a bunch of people on the on the inside, because I feel like our intelligence is just off the charts. Like they know everything. I feel like they're going to I keep hearing something about a grid. So I feel like there's some kind of grid that's going to happen or something. But I don't feel like that's here. I do see the lines stopping. I'm seeing like, do they even have like subways in Ukraine and that kind of thing? Because I'm feeling like there's something like underground that's stopping. So maybe some of the transportation or something will stop. And I keep hearing grids. So there's something with grids. So I feel like there's stuff, they're definitely planning stuff, but I feel like it's like there our intelligence is steps ahead. They kind of know. I feel like some things will happen just because, well, we can't really do anything about that, or we can't head it off or something. But it doesn't feel like it's here. There is something in London though. Something just in London that I just saw. It feels like it's related to money though, or something. That's weird. Um, and there's something that way. Like if you're looking at, I don't know what, I'm so sorry, I don't know geography, but if you're looking at a map and you're like Russia's here, Ukraine is here, and then there's something here. I feel like there's something that happens here. Um, so Russia, Ukraine, and then something here. I'm not sure what that is, but there, it seems like there's something there. So I feel like there is like stuff that, but I feel like it's like we're not looking at like we're concentrating so much on Ukraine and so much on the United States that we miss this. But I keep hearing like grids and there's something with airplanes too. Airplanes. Something with airplanes, but I don't feel like there's like um like accidents or anything like that. It just feels like, oh, we can't do this because this happened, or we can't, something, I don't know, something with airplanes, like we have to halt the airplanes because this tower went out, or whatever, or electricity or something. But it feels like something with airplanes as well. So that's what I'm getting. I know it's a lot. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's even confusing to me. And I think it is just because they're probably looking and planning at lots of things, but those are the things I'm picking up on. So, but I feel like our intelligence, it almost feels like they know everything, but it is kind of like they are just one step ahead, one step ahead, one step ahead. I feel like they are really frustrating Putin right now. I think they are pissing him off big time, which I just love. It's amazing. So.
Well, they pissed him off during the last election too, because they got ahead of all of the trolls. Basically,
Oh.
identified individual Russians who were like, basically like trying to throw the election, and turned off their internet, and basically put them on notice, like as individuals, and made them responsible for it.
So maybe it could be things like ours. Yeah.
Yes, the chat is talking about, there are tons of underground. That's where a lot of the civilians have gone to be safe. Some of them can be like 15 meters deep. And then I also wonder about the East-West, like Ukraine, Eastern Ukraine versus Western Ukraine, split by a river.
Yeah.
Like Eastern Ukraine is seen as much more sort of like Russian, Western Ukraine much more, a modern state. So maybe there's a difference there.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe that as well. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Adam's my brain. I don't have a brain. I don't know these things. Okay. All right. So, are some of the Russian soldiers being forced or tricked to fight in Ukraine? I actually feel like there have been some that have left, that have defected. I don't feel like it's thousands, but I feel like there have been some. I feel like we're not going to hear about that. We're not going to know about that. But I do feel like there have been actually some that left that were just like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I do feel like some are. It's funny because I actually feel like that of all the people in the, oh, thank you, Fran, so much. Of all the people in Russia, it does feel like the military are kind of taken care of in a way. Um, it's not like I think they're millionaires. But I feel like they are kind of they're they're at least taken care of, or they feel secure in having something, and something steady. But I do feel like there are people that did walk away. I do feel like some of them are like, I have no, this is my job. Some people do believe Putin, and some people do believe it, um, and believe what he's saying, believe the things he's saying. I think you are going to see actually more like people defect or walk away. Um, Especially um, if the protests continue, there'll be more as well walking away. But the ones that are staying and the ones that are fighting, I feel like either it's like I have nowhere or nothing else that I can do really, or it's and like fear of like what will happen to me if I leave. And the other part is they believe in what they're doing. They believe him. They believe, they believe in Russia. They believe in that, that Ukraine doesn't exist, and they don't, there's no such thing as you, or whatever weird thing that he said. They believe it. So that's what I got. It's kind of a mixture, but there are people that walked away. We just didn't hear about it because they keep that kind of stuff under wraps. But there were my thoughts. Thank you. And I'll go through and just thank you. Thank you, my thoughts. And thank you, Fran. Thank you, Melanie, so much. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Is China helping Russia in any way? Specifically, there was a question about blood slaves forced to give blood infusions. Oh, interesting. That sounds like a dystopian weird thing. Sounds very, very strange, like a Mad Max thing. Okay, so one second. It's interesting because I always find Chi, that's his name, right? In China, really hard to read. I always found him really hard to read for some reason. It's interesting because I feel like he's kind of like sick of Putin. I feel like he's kind of sick of him, if that makes sense. But that's the feeling. It's like I'm sick of that guy. I'm so sick of that guy. That's what I keep feeling like in Chinese, not in American. I'm sick of that guy. I'm so sick of that guy. But I feel like it's kind of like appeasing, but then also like wishing he would just go away. It's like there's two-faced. He's kind of like saying one thing to him and then saying another thing about him. I know he doesn't trust him, and I know that he doesn't really see him as much of an asset to him. He doesn't need him, is what it feels like. Maybe I don't know much about what they give each other, what kind of things they each have, but it just feels like I don't need that. I don't need him, and I don't need that headache, and I don't need him, basically, is what it feels like. Maybe they do need his oil and stuff. I don't know, but if that's what it feels like. Or maybe it's I don't want to need that guy. I can't stand him. But it is like I wish he would just go away. I'm sick of him. But to his face, it's kind of like, yeah, we're buddies. Oh yeah, you're strong. You're a great dictator. Whatever they say to each other, but that's it. It's words. To me, there's nothing. It doesn't feel like there's anything beyond that. And if there is, it's small. It's nothing of significance. He wants to be rid of him, is what it feels like. And he doesn't trust him at all. He doesn't trust him at all. No trust.
Kim, we're coming up to the hour, but there's a lot more questions about other stuff. I know we spent a lot of time on Ukraine today.
Yeah.
Are you okay doing like an extra kind of 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do another 10 minutes, and because my first little part was just about the dance party that we're having. Okay. Yeah. Why did Trump keep 15 boxes of materials from his presidency, Mar-a-Lago? Was he planning to sell? Okay, so that I did read on that before, but I always do. I always ask, even in private readings, when people ask me about stuff I've already read on, I'll always ask if there's anything new that we need to know. I swear this guy, it's always money. It's always, I feel like too, he thought there could be leverage as well. Like, because I feel like there were things like, things that feel like official, but it's like the correspondence with this person or this person. I felt like it was, maybe blackmailing people, like you said this or you did this. Also, it does feel like selling things, like literally selling things, like his stupid map on eBay. I mean, that's what it feels like. It feels like if I get desperate, I can sell this. But it does feel like selling stuff that he thought people would want. And it also feels like offering things to people that they might see as valuable. To me, it feels like offering Russia something that he had. It basically selling secrets in a way, but I feel like it wasn't really stuff that was. Well, he did have top secret stuff, though, didn't he? Because it feels like to me, it feels like to Russia. I mean, it literally feels like Russia. It doesn't feel like a whole lot of other countries. It feels like things I could offer to Russia to like earn favors or earn favor. I also think there might be like a few things that were he just didn't want people to have. Just like a big baby. That's mine. I don't want people to see that kind of stuff. So it's a mixture. I feel like it was kind of a mixture of just stuff he just wanted because he wanted it, didn't want other people to see it because he was a big baby. He wanted to earn money. He thought he could earn money, hold things over people's heads. Thuggery. He's a thug. So think mobby stuff. That's what he wanted it for. That's what I got. Anyway. And I don't think he had done anything with it yet. I think that it was there, but I think that was what he wanted it for. Dum-dum. Mr. Dum-dum. Will Biden's ratings in the polls go up with his handling of this crisis? I have said that they will, but we'll look at it and see. So it will, and they're even saying around the world it will. Like the world will be like, we like Biden. So that is really going to annoy a lot of people, but it does look like it's going to help him in the handling of this. And because I think that there is more to come, like more decisions he's going to have to make, and I feel like he's gonna do a good job. So I think he's gonna do well. Yeah, so I think he'll go up. Are any of the oligarchs thinking about turning on Pootie? I already felt like I had already felt like before this happened that there were oligarchs that were unhappy with him, and that was one kind of reason that he was kind of doing this, was to kind of, I don't know, distract or try to appease people. I'm not sure, but I had already felt like that. So let me just check and see if they still are, or if maybe they're happy with him now. I don't know, because I wasn't really clear on why they were angry with him before. But let me see. That's weird. So I just heard the phrase "pull the plug." So what I feel like is that they're getting, like, with the sanctions they put in place, they're getting close. Like they're getting close to like oligarchs being like, "That's it, you are done. We are, or we're done. We're all done. You're done. We're done. We're all done." And because I feel like they just need to pull the plug on one more bank or one more thing, like you can't travel anywhere, or you can't use this bank or something, and it's like, that's it. So what I feel like is that they're breathing down his neck right now. They're very, very worried, and they're kind of like, they're on top of him right now. Let me just put it that way. They're breathing down his neck. They're making it known that he better not let this happen. But I heard that really loudly, and it felt like there's just, if they pull that plug, that's it. So that's what I'm getting. That's at least how I'm interpreting it. But that's what I heard. I heard pull the plug, and then I just felt like, that's it. We're done. So, I know, Pootie. We don't know what Putin and Trump talked about in Helsinki or in Osaka, Japan. What do the guides say they discussed? Ukraine? So I'm getting, they did talk about Ukraine, not this particularly, but I feel like they talked about it, about the president. I feel like they talked about, about Zelensky. I feel like they talked about sanctions as well. They talked about a property too, something about a property. They talked about a property. That's all I'm getting. I'm thinking, and I'm focusing just on I was just focusing on Helsinki because I think the one in Japan was when he came up behind him that dinner or something. Wasn't that the Japan one? Was that the Japan one? Is that the one where he came up behind him and he's like, anyway, I thought that was the Japan. Anyway, I just focused on Helsinki, so that's what I'm getting for Helsinki. So, see if there's anything else that's coming up. I feel like they may have talked about the election as well, but I don't feel like it was anything. I don't think it was anything like like substantial. I think it was just mentioned because I'm getting the election, but I don't feel like it's. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure about that one because Osaka. Yeah, he came up behind him and he's like. Ugh. He's probably like, get away from me. I'm trying to eat. I can't look at you, Donald, and eat at the same time. So get away. So yeah, that's what I've got. Okay. What do you see for the Breonna Taylor trial outcome? She was shot and killed in bed by the cops during a no-knock warrant. The trial just started. So I'll just tell you, she is telling me that she believes there may not be justice, but there'll be action more far-reaching, and but and I'll just tell you, she's saying that it hasn't been decided. But that's her, what she surmises from her position, and she's actually very like her spirit is very bouncy. Let me just say that. So she must have been a very like bouncy, happy, bouncy person because she is seems like a very bouncy, happy person. So she's saying the justice may not be justice how we think of it, but the actions that will be taken will be far-reaching. So she doesn't want anyone to be. She's saying she doesn't want anyone to be sad. She doesn't want anyone to be sad. So don't be sad, okay? She, like I said, she's That's just that's how she feels. Very happy, bouncy, loving lady, and she doesn't want anyone to feel sad. So I'm just passing that along. Okay.
I don't actually understand this last one, so this is the last question we'll do.
Okay. All right. The Hopi Indians predicted 3 shakes of the world by spirit. 2 have already happened. There were WW1, WW2. The 3rd shake is coming and believed to be 3. Is this coming true? The Hopi Indians predicted 3 shakes of the world by spirit. So I'll tell you what my guides are saying. They're talking about the first 2 shakes, or the 2 first world wars, were about man, people, men, not being able to settle differences in a peaceful way, not being able to settle differences, understand each other, be able to understand differences, be able to let people live and let live, that kind of thing. There were lots of reasons like that. And what my guides are saying is actually we're getting better at that, even though it may not look like that. We have conflicts all over the world all the time, but they're saying we're getting better at that. So it kind of is, it's up to us. It's up to us if there's it does. In other words, at the time this prediction was made, it was like this and this and this will happen. But now it's like things are changing. Things are changing, and we're actually moving in a, I know it doesn't seem like it, you guys, but we're moving in a positive direction. We're moving in a direction that is more positive. And so I almost feel like my guides are like, we're hopeful that this will not happen. That is their, and this is my guides in a nutshell. I mean, they're very, they have a sense of humor. They are very joyful. They're very happy, and they're very hopeful, and they never want to scare us or make us nervous. And I think that they're leaning into hope is what the Hopi Indians are leaning into hope. So that's what they want to do. And I think that they want us to lean into hope as well, and not kind of go down that, well, 2 happened, now the 3rd has to happen. It's like, no, it doesn't. Actually, we are the dreamers of the dreams. We're the, we make our decisions, and we're actually getting better at kind of allowing people to live as they want to live, and figure out conflicts. I mean, there you go. So that's what they want to say. So hopefully that will end on as positive a note as we can. And I will put up tomorrow, I'll put up a couple of times that are might be good for everybody to do a little dance. If you can't dance, or if you don't want to, or you hate dancing, just put on your favorite song. Put your hands in the air and just pray. Just pray for the people of Ukraine. Send them some love and light and joy, and try to feel that, and then try to send it on to them. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, guys. I hope even the trolls got something out of this. Maybe they learned a thing or two. Maybe they needed to be here too. It's okay. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys soon, and thank you so much for everybody that donated. Of course, we will be. Tonight, I think I will probably be sending it on to probably the first maybe refugee site that will inevitably come to happen because of all of this. And thank you, Adam, for holding down the fort in the garage, and thank you, little Luca, for being little Luca wherever he is. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I will do your name checks now. Sorry, I almost forgot. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Adam. Okay, thank you, Thelma, Sweetie Darling, Trish, Joanne Sanchez, Connie B, Aquarius, I'm so sorry. Love Tarot Community, thank you so much, because they talked about this tonight too. Thank you so much. Tish L, Tina C, Cheryl McLemore, Jess Jean, Sterling Roses, PJ Finn, Karen W, Mike Calabrese, Sparky, Marvita Dragonfly, Butterfly Kisses Healing, Sweetie Darling, Lulu, thank you. Love Peace. Oh, donate to UNICEF. Okay, maybe we'll donate to UNICEF. Cosmic Toga Party, Joni S, Greater Teresa, thank you for being a greeter. Taylor B, Bruno, I'm sorry, something real estate. I'm sorry, Lana Larella Real Estate. Craig Dixon, Kevin's Loving Vibrations, thank you. Rochelle, Karen Conroy, Melissa Miller, Kat M, C'est la vie. Vivian, Lama Bryant, Kathy S. Oh, whoops, I lost my place. Oh, no. Juno. Oh, Michelle Maybell, Freda Stenger, Juno, AJ Lowe, Cynthia, Sunshine, Carol Gallagher, Patty T, Linda Thompson, Celestial Light Worker, Samilia Benkel, Vivian Sterling Roses, Roxanne M. Yes, thanks, Adam. Prayers for the people of Ukraine. Absolutely. Connie B, Craig Dixon, Rochelle, Virgo and Sin, Vivian, Renee D, Steph S, Amora, Karen Conroy, Michelle Maybell again, Jeanette, Betty Harper, Kathy S, Marby Gangora, Louisa M, Ethereal Material, Vivian, who was that? Thank you, Anita. Thank you so much, and I hope you feel better. Please pray for Anita. She's having some health problems. Please pray for Anita. Thank you, Anita, so much. You're so sweet. Happy Girl, Rochelle, Amy, Trish, 6704, Miss Annie, Taylor B, Janet P, Marby Gangora. I think I'm hitting everybody again. Just Jean, Gina H, Connie B, Sharon Sipe, Delilah Gillis, North Star. There's Anita. Thank you, Anita. Nancy, Prince Charming's moms, whatever, no ID, North Star, La Coco Lolo, Joe Schmo. Love that name, you guys. I was like a lover with your names. Joe Schmo, Donna Newhouse, Alice Leong, Shara Sky, Jude Girard, Jackie Myers. We may be here all night long. Marvita and Faith Joe. You guys, I need to go. I got to take my doggy out. I will talk to you guys soon, and we'll all dance together tomorrow. So I'm not going to do it on here. We'll just do it in our own houses by ourselves, but we'll be doing it at the same time. So, all right. Connie B, Karen Conroy, thank you guys all so much. Have a good night. Talk to you later. Bye. Oh, wait. Tomorrow night, Friday, I'll be on with Andrea and Debbie on Debbie's channel, on Debbie Freebird Spirit. So definitely show up then and we'll continue talking about this stuff. Okay. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Marita, Arlena, Jean, love, peace, Connie B. All right. Bye, guys.